This video is about how to make freezer strawberry jam at home. So you're going to start about 2 to 7 days before you are ready to make the jam. You need to buy a few supplies. First, go on Amazon. You are going to look for a canning funnel. I found this little green one for about $4.50 on Amazon, and it will do the job. So grab something like that and have it sent to your house. Next, you need to run to your grocery store, look in the canning section, and find a 12-pack of these half-pint jars. Grab that, and then in that same section, you are going to find the Ball brand freezer pectin. Grab 1 canister. All right, you've got all of that. Next, about 1 day before you are ready to make the jam, you need to go to one more store. Run to Costco and grab 1 bag of their frozen organic strawberries. You're going to bring these home and you're going to put them on a cookie sheet so that they can defrost on your counter. Also, grab all of those jars, take the lids off, put them in the dishwasher and wash them on the highest heat you can. This will disinfect them so they are ready to go for your jam. All right, once all of that is done, then you can make the jam. So now that your strawberries have thawed about overnight, you can pour them into a blender and blend them up. Don't blend them for a long time, maybe 10 seconds, and don't blend them on a high speed. Keep it low because you still want some of the fleshy part of that strawberry in there. It adds good texture for your jam. If you measure this out, it gives you about 7.5 cups of pureed strawberry. So I took the recipe that Ball brand gave, and I did all of the complicated math to bring the recipe up. So here it is. For each package of Kirkland frozen strawberries, you'll get 7.5 cups of strawberry puree. You will need 8.5 tablespoons of the Ball freezer pectin and 5 3/4 cups of granulated sugar. If you don't have time to take a picture of this recipe now, don't worry, it'll be back at the end of the video. So put all of your ingredients in front of you along with a bowl, and you're going to measure them out. Start with the sugar. All right, measure out your 5 3/4 cups of sugar and then your 8.5 tablespoons of the Ball freezer pectin. Mine was a little clumpy, and so I opted to sift it, but if yours isn't clumpy, you don't have to do this. Mix it together really well with a whisk, and then it's time to add your strawberries. I know this looks like a lot of sugar. It's really not. It's more fruit than sugar, which makes this recipe awesome. You are going to mix this. I had to use my spatula because it was really thick at the beginning, but mix it very thoroughly so you don't have any little clumps of sugar in there. Now, you will need a measuring cup, your funnel, and all of your jars with their lids ready to go. So grab your funnel, put it into a jar, and we are going to measure in the strawberry jam. You want the strawberry jam to come to the bottom of the funnel. That will allow enough headspace in the jar so that when it goes into the freezer, that jam can expand without cracking the jar. Then you're going to wipe off the rim so that there's no strawberry jam on there and put on the lid. You can tell that I went ahead and filled all of my jars all at once, so I was ready to put on all of the lids at once. Now, I hope you hung on to that box that the jars came in. You are going to use it to transfer your jars to the fridge and then later to the freezer. So put them all in that box. Into the fridge it goes. It can stay in there for maybe 12 to 24 hours just to cool down so that the jars don't crack when they go into the freezer. Once they're cool, then off you go to the freezer. Make sure you've cleared a little bit of space for these. They take up some room. So in they go. And that's it, you're done. When you are ready for strawberry jam, just grab a little jar, put it on the counter to defrost for a couple of hours or the fridge for maybe 24 hours. You can tell my boys love it. It tastes much better than anything you can get at the store. So as promised, here's that recipe again. Go ahead and grab your phone and take a picture of it. I hope that you enjoy making your homemade strawberry jam.